to everyone. Okay, so I'm here today to represent us in my Department of Sociology and Anthropology. We have been listening to psychology just now, represented by Madam Noraini. We are so grateful to have Madam Zanita as well, okay, representing communication, and Dr. Rohaiza just now, okay, by political science. So, Assalamualaikum everyone, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So, my session today is actually basically to compensate all the practicality and the applications of social sciences or human sciences, okay, and how we work in the reality. So in accordance to the specifications of our online certificate programs here, integration of knowledge for human sciences, my disciplines also would like to share our practicality or our applications, okay, in discussing, okay, about how we integrate, okay, the knowledge of Islamization, perhaps, okay, or ethicalizations in human sciences. So thank you so much, okay, again to IIIT for giving me this opportunity. Okay. So my topic is on exploring capabilities and potential for sustainability and social responsibility. And I would like to stress that my discussions is more towards Islamic perspectives, okay, Islamic principles and perspective. Okay. So this is among the coverage, okay, for these sessions, for today's sessions. We're going to have more or less 4 sections. Okay, we start with how sociological perspective look on sustainability, followed by section 2, okay, on how we, sociological perspective, look into social responsibility. Section 3, building responsibility for sustainable actions, and perhaps we can wrap up, okay, with section 4, overcoming challenges and seizing opportunity. So first of all, okay, I would like to make sure that all of my audience here, my respected audience here, and listeners and learners, okay, knows what is sociology and in some ways also anthropology. Okay, so sociology is a scientific study of human society, and when we talk about human society, it is us, people, okay, that focuses on human behavior, patterns of social relationship, social interactions, and aspects of cultures associated with our everyday life. And anthropology is a twin sister to sociology, which is a study of human societies, okay, their cultures and their development, okay, which explores the origin and diversities of human beings. So I would like to put a disclaimer here. My discussions today is more on sociology, I'm more, having more knowledge, okay, at least, okay, in sociology. Okay, so I would like to discussion. The next discussion throughout the sessions is on sociological perspective. Okay, so coming back to our topic, okay, we have a core concept here: sustainability and social responsibility. Okay, so what are those concepts, and why those concepts are very much important to us? Okay, so basically we know that sustainability is actually a balance of environment stewardship or guardianship, okay, and it talks about social equity and economic viability as well. So these aspects is a key aspect, okay, in our everyday life. Okay, so sustainability is a pursuit of practices to ensure a balance between environmental guardianship, social equity, and economic viability to meet present needs without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own need. Because we are, responsibility, as we know, is that we are accountable, okay, of whatever we decide, whatever we do, and whatever we react. Okay, so we have to make sure that our existence here is actually continuations for the future, so that our grandchildren's, our next generations are able to enjoy whatever that we have, okay, that we have today. Okay, so these are the core concepts that we're going to discuss, okay, and how sociology as a discipline of human sciences tackle or try to manage this concept into practicality. Okay, these sessions therefore will be based on these 3 major questions. Okay, the first one: how do Sociological perspective help us understand sustainability and social responsibility. Secondly, how do Islamic principles enrich these perspectives? And finally, perhaps, how can we align social system with Islamic ethics to foster sustainable and socially responsible practices? Okay, so the next slide is basically to further engage into discussions about sustainability and social responsibility. We have people, us, sustainability, social responsibility, and environmental guardianship. One of the main aspects of our everyday life, which are very important to us. So when we talk about environmental guardianship, we are actually zooming into resource efficiency, where it's every day we in need of water. Water is a main staple, things that we need in our life for us to survive. We need water to drink. We need water to do ablutions, for example. And so many other things. And energy, other energies, as well as raw materials, which we need to be responsible and able to manage that efficiently. Why? So that we can reduce waste and pollutions. And when we talk about environmental guardianships, we also talk about ecosystem protections. So ecosystem protections is about preserving our biodiversity. We protect our wildlife, natures, we prevent deforestation, unnecessary deforestations, and then degradations. And also, I think throughout the world, globally, we discuss about climate actions as well. So we need to reduce all the unnecessary or at least not that important, in order for us to have a very ideal life. And then we go to social equity. Another element, another keywords, which is very important in relation to sustainability and social responsibility. When we talk about this, social equity, we don't talk about equality because everyone needs is not always the same. Men and women have different needs and therefore need to be catered differently. But the outcome should be satisfying for both sex and genders. So social equity is about inclusions. So we need to ensure we include all those marginalized and underrepresented represented groups as well. Their voice is very much needed. They need not to be marginalized or put aside because they are all the same. Their rights is also the same with us. And that we talk also about community well-being, which is about supporting local communities, especially to make them aware, through educations, and then we have healthcare, and social programs that is for the well-being of the community at large. And then definitely, when we do things, we need to do ethically. So ethical practices is very much important here. For example, in the context of work, we ensure that having safe work conditions, having fair wages, and respects of human rights. And I think still, in the introductions about sustainability and social responsibility, we go to the next important keywords, which is economic viability. So money is not everything, but it is something. In order for us to live, to survive, still, the financial viability or economic viability is still relevant, is very much relevant. In fact, when we talk about Islamic perspective, they still need to have a balance, having ibadah and also having being rich. So economic viability is very important. So that could be within the context of having sustainable business or industries models that adopts practices that reduce cost and enhance efficiency, such as having renewable energy and circular economic approaches. And therefore, we need to be resilient as well, where we ensure businesses and economics to adapt with all the challenges that are available, because the challenges is so dynamic now, okay, is very robust, okay, and therefore we need to be resilient, okay, towards these environmental challenges as well, and definitely be innovative. Okay, we need to be innovative, okay, where we invest in sustainable technologies and practices that create a long-term values, positive long-term values. Okay, so with these interconnections, okay, of the three elements just now, environmental guardianships, okay, social equity, and economic viability, okay, we know that they have to be integrated well. Okay, for example, we talk about a business. Nowadays, people realize that we need to use solar system. Okay, so a business adopting solar system, that is actually environmental stewardships or guardianships, okay, where we can reduce cost. Okay, we can reduce cost. Okay, then that is actually economic viability. Okay, and then it's this solar system support clean energy initiative that benefits local communities. Okay, where this is about social equity. So as you can see, with this balance, initiative can create lasting positive impact. Okay, with this good environmental guardianships, okay, with a very ensure a balanced social equity and economic viability, we will be able to achieve, okay, the holistic approach that ensure for the progress. Okay, for the progress in one dimension does not come at the expense of other, and that will ultimately foster economic or sustainable future. Okay, now we move on to the section 1, okay, which is what I'm supposed to discuss further. Okay, how the disciplines, okay, of sociology perspective on sustainability works. Okay. Sorry, I'm having a bad cough lately. Okay, so it's got perspective on sustainability. Okay, so we're going to discuss on how sociology examines, okay, social structures, norms, and collective behaviors can influence sustainability. Okay, so social system is a very important aspect, okay, in discussing sociological discipline. Okay, social systems are the structured and interconnected network of institutions, organizations, and relationships that shape society. Okay, so these social systems influence our behavior. It influences how we allocate resources, okay, and the policies that impact sustainability and social responsibility. Okay, for example, we look into the systems, okay, the social system or the institutions of family units. Okay, family unit shapes how we consume, okay, how we consume things. Okay, so family shapes consumption patterns. Okay, family is also teaching us, okay, what kind of values that we should have, okay, and type of attitudes towards sustainability. Okay, so for example, okay, families teaching their children about reducing waste. Okay, so these have been started from the family institutions, okay, from the parents, okay, how we need to teach our children about reducing waste. Okay, that can contribute to long-term behavioral change. So as much as possible, institutions like family need to make sure that they teach or they make their youngsters, okay, members of families to really aware, okay, of the importance about reducing the waste in their life. Okay. And when we talk about another institutions like educations, of course, okay, when the institutions is the first starting point where we know things, okay, especially for the young people, the next level that they go for socializations is definitely educations at schools, at universities. So these institutions play a critical role in raising awareness, okay, about sustainability and promote innovation to solve environmental and social issues. Okay, so if family, is the starting point where the youngsters started to realize, okay, where they may not be able to decide where yet, okay, about what is good and bad so much, they should be guided, okay, and monitored. But at the schools, okay, and the universities in particular, okay, they should be having a more awareness, and not only awareness, they need to decide now, okay, that this is a critical time for them to really go for, achieving the full potentials of sustainability and being responsible of whatever they do in life, in particular, in our context, in environmental issues. Okay? And another social system which are also very relevant is government. Okay, government sets policies. Okay, government sets regulations. So laws, okay, policies such as environmental laws, okay, or having resource management strategies and social equity programs will ensure sustainable practices and fair resource distributions. So basically, we can say that social systems, okay, drive collective behavior and influence large-scale change. For example, in many countries today, okay, whereas government policies supporting renewable energy adoptions, and that will reshape how societies consumes resources. In Malaysian context, for example, okay, quite recently, okay, the government started to provide lots of subsidies or very positive policies with regards with the use of EV cars, okay, electric cars, as against petrol or diesel cars. Okay, so to some extent they've been reduced, or they don't have to pay for road taxes or and some others. Okay, so this is one effort. Okay, as a national efforts, okay, to make sure that the environmental issues at least been taken care in the forms of transportation, okay, where we use electric powers rather than having petrols or diesels. Okay, so may I ask, what about your countries? Okay, maybe you can say anything with regards to what are the policies that actually towards having a sustainability within the responsible actions that have been introduced or established in your own country. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so maybe I can get some inputs later on. Okay. I will continue with the next one, okay, which is on the collective actions. Okay, where when we talk about collective actions, this is also very important. Okay, to ensure sustainability and social responsibility. And by definition, social actions refers to our efforts. Okay, efforts undertaken by groups or by communities to achieve a common goal. So this is where collectivity comes from. Okay, so it is often seen in social movements where people organize to address societal or environmental challenges. Okay, a good example here is to eliminate it is about climate activism. Okay, where individuals and organizations advocate for policies to combat climate change. Okay, so we have lots of social movements, okay, that highlights the urgency for environmental actions through public discourses, okay, through protest events or having campaigns. Okay, so collective action can amplify marginalized voices. Okay, those people who are being marginalized, and they are able to influence policies to reflect the needs of broader communities. So it showcases the power of unity, okay, in addressing the pressing global issues, okay, like social inequality, like climate change. Okay? And that goes to another point, which is inequality and justice. Okay, so inequality refers to uneven distributions of resources, okay, uneven distributions of opportunities and privileges in society. Justice, however, means or emphasizes on fairness and equity. So addressing these issues is very important for sustainable development, as we can avoid unfairness or disparities, okay, in resource access that often undermine effort to achieve environmental and social balance. Okay? So the impact is very clear here, where having true sustainability development initiative must address these inequalities. So projects that prioritize inclusivity, okay, that such as equitable energies, access or affordable housing should align with principles of justice and ensure no one is left behind in the journey towards sustainable future. Okay, so by understanding, okay, addressing these sociological themes, society can build more inclusive, more equitable, and sustainable system that balance environmental and social and economic needs. Okay. And how those things can be integrated into Islamic perspectives. Okay. Clearly enough, I think, throughout my discussion just now, talks about justice, it talks about adl, okay? It talks about being balanced or wasatiyah. So I think Islam emphasizes, adl, equity, aligning so well, okay, with the sociological dimensions for social inclusions and sustainability. Okay, so justice in Islam or adl is fundamental. Okay, it's a fundamental principles where it requires fairness in all dealings, whether with individuals, whether with communities, or even other creatures. Okay, that even Quran in Surah An-Nisa, for example, verse 58, say that indeed Allah commands you render trust to whom they are due. And when you judge between people, is to judge with justice. Okay, so justice or adl is very important in the implementation of Islamic practices, and it goes to moderation as well. Okay, we need to be moderate or wasatiyah. Okay, and in this case, we need to discourage for any wastefulness. Okay, and that concerns with moderation as our lifestyles. Okay, so the principle of wasatiyah in Islam advocates for balanced living, okay, avoiding extremes in consumptions and ensuring resources, okay, where the resources need to be used judiciously, okay, ethically. Okay, so this concept supports sustainable practices by encouraging thoughtful use of natural resources. Okay, so we have lots of examples, okay, like having zakat, okay, sadaqah, okay, where we want to address our economic inequalities, okay, so that we can make them, this marginalized group in a better situations, in more quality life. Okay. Now about how sociological perspective looks, okay, on social responsibility. Okay, so the sociological perspective, okay, on social responsibility highlights the importance of collective efforts and ethical behavior guided by cultural norms to benefit society. Okay, so norms is a guiding aspects in our life. Okay, your Malaysian norms not necessarily the same like other people's, other societies. Okay, but all in all, it has been integrated well. Okay, within the context of Islam, okay, Islamic context. So Islamic principle profoundly enhance this framework by embedding values that align with social responsibility. Okay. So, for example, the concept of guardianship, okay, stewardships, okay, or khilafah, designate humans, us, as a caretaker of the earth, that emphasize the maintenance of balance and sustainability as reflected in the Quran, Surah Al-An'am, verse 165. It is He who has made us successors okay, upon the earth. So we are the successors, we are the Khalifah, okay, of the earth, so that we can do just. Okay, and in that sense, okay, a concept of like charity or sadaqah, okay, and zakat, okay, promote wealth redistributions to reduce inequality, and that echo, okay, what sociological calls, okay, for addressing systematic against systematic unfairness. Okay. So how Islamic principles further enhance, okay, social responsibility? It's very clear. Okay, we discuss this now of how khilafah, okay, how charity and zakat and sadaqah and maslahah takes into considerations, okay, to make sure that we can have a collective benefits, okay, the benefits of all. So a clear example is Islamic banking, okay, where it encourages investment, a good investment by avoiding those haram kind of industries to society. Okay, so this is clearly illustrate the integrations of Islamic ethics with social ideas and social responsibility. So section 3 is basically on building capabilities for sustainability. Okay. Sustainable actions. Okay, so basically we can say that sociological insights reveals that sustainability requires now, okay, enhancing capabilities through educations, okay, through equitable policies and community engagement, which collectively foster awareness, fairness, and collective actions. So education raises consciousness. Okay? It raises consciousness about ecological and social challenges, equipping us, individuals, with knowledge to act responsibly, which is a value. Okay? Acting responsibly is a value deeply rooted in Islam, okay? Where the pursuit of ilm, okay, is emphasized. Okay? And another important aspect is the community engagement driven by shura or consultations. It further fosters, okay, the inclusive decision making and collective accountability, and that further strengthens trust and cooperations. Okay, so this is very important in order for us to do just to everyone. Okay, so a good example is to have a community initiative to reduce food waste. Okay, inspired by Islamic teaching on avoiding extravagance and cultivating and more cultivating on being shukr, okay, gratitudes. Okay, so this demonstrates how how sociological and Islamic principles converge to advance sustainability through shared values and actions. Okay. I would like to bring you to what we had conducted at the departmental level. Okay, well, we discussed. Whatever we discussed is actually, in theory, have been manifested practically as well. So at the university, okay, International Islamic University, okay, we have been engaged, okay, with the society surrounding us. So SOCA, which is the acronym for my department, Sociology and Anthropology, is entrusted to engage with the community under Synergized Academic Activity, or SAA, community projects. So among other things, we started with having, awareness, some sort of like small projects. Okay, so for example, here we assisting the villagers, okay, the orang kampung through the village chief in applying the grant, okay, for community hydroponic urban farming project. Okay? So in this, we hope to get some to help the villages, okay, the people of Kampung Kerdas. Kampung is actually village, okay. So the village by the name of Kerdas, okay, to set up, okay, hydroponic urban farming project. Okay, so that it talks, it is about having not only to have financial or economic viability, but also, okay, in lots of literature, it talks about as well to achieving serenity, okay, spiritual well-being, okay, having touch with the direct touch with the plants and the greens, okay. Another project that we always do, okay, every semester is involving youngsters from Kampung Kedas in the educational programs, okay, conducted by the department SOCA and also with the help of our student associations, SOCASA. Okay, so we always have a program in order to make them aware of so many things, okay, especially about environmental issues, okay, about the importance of education, okay, and everything. Okay, and quite recently, we also have a awareness project where we present a conference poster at the International Conference on Mental Wellbeing and Women's Empowerment. Okay, with the theme "Her Mind, Her Strength: Women, Wellness, and Empowerment." And this is a government's conducted or organized by the government agencies, okay, the Institute Social Malaysia. So as you can see at the right, there's a poster that actually won for a silver medal, okay, to make people aware about the the importance of empowering self, okay, especially for women, because when we talk about urban farming, okay, women have yet to to get involved at the maximum, okay, in the project, okay, and we want to make sure that they also be included, okay, or aware, okay, of their possibility, okay. And I talked just now about synergized activities, okay. So the program that we have involve one of the one of the courses in our department, okay, work and social organizations, under the code SOCA 3390, where the students need to prepare a community educational project, educational project with women at Kampung Kedas. So in that course, okay, we definitely have the course learning outcomes, or the CLO, in the course outline, where we have 4 that need to be embedded into the practicality. So here we use a certain framework to portray managerial abilities and to make sure that they portray work ethics within the context of Islamic perspectives. And this is one of the 3 projects that we have with the students. Okay, this is known as Project 2, that requires our students to produce work simulators activities. This is the outcome of the of the project. Okay, so of course, as it's a synergized academic activity with the people with the community, so we have mark allocations with 30%, whereby proposal writing is 10% and work activities is 20%. Okay, just to show to you what are the CLOs that we have put into our course outline, particularly for this specific course, okay, work and social organization. We have CLO 1, as I mentioned, the web cultural analysis just now. We recognize the concept and theories associated with work and organizations, particularly in relation to urban farming. Okay, that includes women. Okay, so and then we have CLO number 2, demonstrating managerial ability in organizational settings by appraising various work relations and experiences. And CLO 3, displaying work ethics on employment issues and organizational problems using interpersonal skills, okay, because they have to work with the villages, with people, okay, with the community. So therefore, they need to be able to use certain interpersonal skills. And finally, for CLO 4, we would like them to appraise the culture of work and organizations from Islamic perspective. So these are the CLO, okay, the course learning outcomes that we set for the course. Okay, and we try so hard, okay, to make sure that the students are able to gain something, okay, out of this course. But I do not want to, basically, I do not want to talk so much on the project 2 just now, just to show to you what was being said to them, okay, to the students. We have the objective, okay, we have the descriptions, okay, of what the students need to do, okay, what are the assessment criteria, and how what are the rubric that we use, okay, to make sure that they assess they are assessed well, okay, and we also have the project, okay, the date for the project. So if you would like to know more about the plan, okay, maybe you can contact me directly at my email. Okay. Okay, now we go to section 4, okay, which is overcoming challenges and seizing opportunities. So we know that all the theoretical aspects about sustainability and being responsible, need to be expressed, okay, in a practical manner. Particularly when we talk about students, learners, okay, as we are in our situation now. Okay, I think most of you are students as well. Okay. I'm also students, okay, lots of things that have not been learned, okay, that need to be studied. Okay, so for that, okay, we need to understand, okay, about this further. Okay, so what could be the overcoming challenges and how can we seize opportunities? Okay, so this section 4 is on talking about the key challenges, okay, that include in expressing our issue on sustainability, okay, to foster sustainability. So the key challenges include structural barriers such as inequality and lack of education, okay, and which I think many countries, okay, are still need to be to have to make people more aware of the importance of education, okay. Because without education, it limits our access, okay, to resources and participations on sustainable initiative and cultural resistance to change. Okay. However, opportunities exist, okay, to leverage Islamic teachings such as through the principles of Khilafah and Wasatiyah to inspire sustainable practices by emphasizing the moral duty to protect the environment and reduce waste. And additionally, it can build coalitions, okay, that combine sociological insights with religious framework that can help bridge the cultural gap. Okay, so it's sorry, a good example, okay, that I can bring to you, and I hope to get some ideas from you, is how can we tackle the issue on having greenhouse programs, okay, greenhouse programs, okay, to promote eco-friendly practices during pilgrimage, okay, which is Hajj will be soon, okay. So maybe we can share some ideas with regards to greenhouse programs, if you ever heard about it. Okay, anybody would like to say something?
Welcome, Dr.
Yes, Waalaikumsalam.
This is, have you done or you still have that?
Already, okay, then it's already 12:30 or 34 already. Okay, I'll just continue. Okay. To conclude, basically, it's very important for us, okay, to know that by now sociology offers valuable tools, okay, to understand and address structural challenges such as inequality, okay, such as social injustice and systematic barriers to sustainability, providing insights into how societies functions and how to implement effective change. Meanwhile, Islamic principles offer ethical guidance by emphasizing values such as justice, equity, guardianships, encouraging individuals and community to react responsibly towards the environment and society. So this alignment, okay, is very important to make sure that we are able to foster sustainability through responsible actions. So I think I will end my sessions with a very important hadith, okay, that from Sahih Muslim: the earth is green and beautiful, and Allah has appointed you His stewards over it. So we are the in charge of making sure that the earth, that the environment is well taken care of for the benefits of all and for the benefits of future. It is not the mind that make things simple. It is actions that make things simple. So thank you so much, Kay, for your attention, and you can contact me at Rohaiza, okay, at my email address, okay, at the department, if you want to have further information. Okay, so thank you so much for your attention again. Thank you. Bye bye. Assalamualaikum.